Watch this video if you want to know what it means to break even with your Social Security and whether or not that's even a good idea. I was talking to a client the other day named Tom who was retiring at 62 and he was contemplating taking his Social Security at 62 versus 65. And his thinking was, when am I going to break even? And he started talking about the math of it all. And I interjected and said, I don't think that you're asking the right question. So in this video today, I'm going to tell you what the right question might be, what it means to break even, why breaking even early might be a good idea. And at the very end, I'm going to tell you a piece of advice that is almost always right when you start thinking about how you should claim your Social Security benefit. If you're new to this channel, I'm Nick Davis, founder of Brindle Bay Wealth Management. We are a retirement planning and tax planning firm here in Texas. And we work with people all over the United States. We're here to help you to retire with calmness and clarity. If you like this information and you want to see it again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let us know you like it. Thanks for that. Okay, so what does it mean to break even with Social Security? Well, if you claim your benefit early, you get less dollars, but for more years. But if you wait longer and you get a larger benefit, you get more money, but you get it for less years because it's based on your life expectancy. At what point does the bucket equal the same amount of money? And that's your break even. And so here's the spoiler alert. It's anywhere from 77 to 81 years old for just about every single person. Now, I'm not in love with this idea of breaking even because you have to die early to win, or you have to die in time to win. It's kind of an ongoing joke that I have. But there are some reasons why it might benefit people to want to break even early. And in a minute, I'm going to cover that. But first, I want to point you to a JPMorgan study. And if you like graphs and charts and things like that, this is something that you can download up. I'll put the link in the video description for you. This year, they covered some things on Social Security, and we're going to use one of those charts today. And it'll be this one right here. And you can see here, this gray bar shows people when they would break even. So if you can follow my cursor here, if a person was thinking of claiming at 67 versus 70, it shows that the break even for that decision would be about 81 years old. And if somebody was thinking about claiming from 62 to 67, the break even for that would be about 77 years old. And then down below, something that's very helpful is I think this is very fascinating. If there's a couple who is 62 right now, then there's a 99% chance that one of them will be alive at 70. There's a 92% probability that one of them will be alive at 77. And there's a 84% chance that one of them is going to be alive at 81, and a 42% chance is at 90. And as you get older, the probability of living longer just goes up and up. So I'd like to encourage you not to overlook the possibility of one person living longer than the other. I don't have the study here for you, but I often have heard that people underestimate how long they're going to live by about 5 years. So if somebody says, I'll probably live to 80, they probably live to 85 or even longer. So again, I told Tom I don't really like this idea of breaking even with Social Security, but there are some reasons why people would want to break even with Social Security. Two of them that I can think of. The first one would be healthcare reasons. So if both people, not just one probably, but if both people in a marriage have a shorter life expectancy, that might be a reason to want to break even early. Because remember, there's that spousal benefit, that survivor benefit that you'd want to consider there. And then the other reason would be just a need for income. So that second reason would be if not working and I can't pull money out of my other resources and I just need it for cash flow, those would be reasons to want to break even early. Now, the downside to breaking even early is that you have a permanent amount of reduced benefits forever. So those monthly benefits are reduced for the rest of your life. And the other downside would be you have a smaller survivor benefit for your spouse. And that's really a big deal. And that's really what I guided Tom to is, it's really not about breaking even as much as it's about having the cash flow that you need, because there can be some tremendous benefits in knowing that your future is taken care of. It really can immensely help you to spend more money earlier in life, more confidently, just the way that you feel about spending money, because you know that your spouse is going to be taken care of. So I think we should be putting more thought into survivor's benefit, how much is going to be available there. And something else I didn't mention was the cost of living adjustment, the COLA. Having more cost of living adjustment can really help us to be better off financially speaking, because we have this, historically, it's been 2.8% since 1985 cost of living adjustment that grows every single year. In the last couple of years, it's been so high, everybody's talking about it. But for years prior to that, nobody really wanted to mention it because it was below 2%. But ultimately, that averages out really nicely to help with that plan. Now, I did tell you that there is a general rule that I like to follow for married couples that's almost never wrong. And my disclaimer is that this is not advice for you, so don't take this as advice, but you can almost never go wrong by optimizing and growing the bigger benefit. Meaning, trying to grow both benefits is questionable, but growing that bigger benefit longer is almost never wrong. And so that's just some general guidance to kind of help lead you in that right direction. So wait as long as possible on the larger benefit, because one day that's going to be the survivor benefit. The smaller benefit's going to drop off. So my thinking is maximize the benefit that's going to be around the longest. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this video, I have an entire playlist of Social Security videos. I'll link to that playlist right here. Hey there, it's Nick again. I wrote something that you might be interested in. If you want to know what my favorite retirement income strategy is for most people or many people, we refer to it as the Money Master Guardrails. If you're contemplating what your income strategy for retirement may look like, I invite you to download a copy of my white paper. Get the insights you need. Download a copy today. The link is in the video description.